That one I know. That's that one. There we go. Finally got it. And why does it look like he's not wearing anything underneath his
Well,
tunic?
well, 'tis not often I get a blackbird like myself
But-
for company.
I'm not a
Is that
blackbird,
right?
neither are you.
Have you come far?
Not so far, no.
Good, good. You'll not be stopping
Oh, look
long,
at how
I
sad
take
he
it.
is.
You'll be on your way again soon enough.
I don't want to overstay my welcome. My name is Phelim.
Phelim. A fine name for a blackbird. Me own name is Finton, by the way.
Hello, Finton. Tell me about this
Do you happen to
glass
know of a
tower.
glass tower in these parts?
Well, I have heard tell of such a thing, but I've not seen it for myself. I'd say it must be a fine sight altogether. Have you laid eyes on it yourself at all?
I haven't, no. I'm here to find it.
Is it far you have come?
Not,
Not
so,
so
far,
far,
no.
no.
You'll not be stopping long, I take it. You'll be on your way again soon enough.
Just as soon as I
I
find
can't
the
tell if he's
glass
sad
tower.
because we'll be
That's
leaving
fine
soon,
then. It's a fine
or if he's
day
sad
for it
because we're still
anyhow.
here.
I could be here a while if I can't find the tower, of course.
Oh, is that right? Well, you'd best start looking for it then.
Where should I
Right.
look?
Well, if it's not on the ground, and it isn't, and if it's not above the ground, and it isn't, then there's only one place left. Here's a wee stick to help you. Don't dawdle and dither and tarry now. It's the early bird catches the worm.
Right, and before I use that, let's see what else you
Do
have
you
to
remember
say.
a man called Ahil?
And why wouldn't I? The fellow with the horse. Sure, he often came here with the woman. Never the same one at all. A terrible man.
Tell me about yourself, Finton.
'Tis a sad tale, Phelim. A powerful epic of tragic intensity.
Aw.
Well, could you summarize it for me? Or I'll be here all day.
Summarize, is it?
what's the world
What's the
coming
world coming to it all?
How did you get to be a blackbird?
'Twas Anya, the goddess Anya. Stay well clear of her, Phelim, I'm telling you.
to?
Never address a poem to her, even if you're desperate.
No,
Was
why
it
not?
she that made a bird of you?
It was, to be sure, the old hag. You see, the way of it was, I had composed a few verses, hardly any worth speaking of, praising her as my inspiration. You
As his
know the way
muse.
it's done. Then I came across the story of Ermidge, the healer's daughter, and my heart was no longer my own.
And so Onya punished you from jealousy.
Indeed she did. No more a man, and not quite a bird. But do you know, I haven't given up hope. Not at all. One day she'll take pity and set me free. Free to fly the skies of Ireland.
Right. Okay, that's all he has to say. So let's go ahead and pull out that divining rod. This one can be a bit tough figuring out exactly where we need to go. I know it's over this way somewhere. There we go, right there. It's supposed to waver longer and less powerfully the further away you get from where it needs to go. But you stick it right there, and out pops a well. I.e. glass tower at the bottom of a watery hole. Now if we go down here, there's something down there. Some kind of serpent. And this is the furthest we can get, and we can't grab the glass tower right down there. So we have to go back. Now let's go ahead and ride the horse back. Across the water. Horse is pricey. Sorry if I offended you, but I thought it was kind of funny. Horse that won't come out. Okay, so we're back here. Let's see. Can we talk to Eichel about Fenton? I don't remember. Yes, we can.
Have you heard tell of Fenton the poet?
The songbird.
Do you know his story?
It's a bit
Who
of a
does
sad one.
not? He wooed Anya with his verses, then was foolish enough to set his cap at another muse. A scrap of a girl from a story he heard.
And Anya was not best pleased.
Finton always claimed he'd been a songbird in another life, you see. So didn't Anya only make him one again?
Oh, I think I could have probably talked to Finton about the glass tower again. Oh well. Matter of fact, I think I need to. I'm sorry about that. Let's just get over there quickly. Come on. There we go. There we go. I may be wrong about this. Aha!
How am I to get down that well?
Your trouble is you're a bird like myself, Phelim. What you need to do is become more of a fish. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
How
swim.
can I
I
become
already
a
did that.
fish, Finton?
Well, I can't help you there. But if you're willing, you'll find a way. You can be sure of that. Hope springs eternal and so on. Never say die, etc.
Never say never, according to James Bond.
There's a on that well.
That's awful news, Phelim. Awful news. I knew of a girl who could have helped you easily. Ermage. Her father was a craftsman and healer to a king. The very finest, so it was said. But Ermage was finer still.
Oh, his mouth isn't moving. I just
'Tis
noticed
for
that.
love of her that I'm a blackbird now.
Well, okay, that's what we needed to do. Because I don't think Dian would have given us the proper options that we need to progress if we hadn't talked to Finton. And yes, Dian is Ermage's father and the healer of which Finton just spoke. Let's get back in the church and back in the storybook. Brush forward. Ah, it went too far. There we go. Okay, we got new stuff to talk about.
You
Finton.
know of a poet called Finton?
I do not. Is there any reason that I should?
He chose your daughter for inspiration.
Now, why would he do a thing like that?
Finton's a poet. Where would he be without his muse?
And what does this Finton have to do with me?
Well, before Ermich, his muse had been the goddess Anya.
Anya! I see it now. The fool scorned her by choosing another muse, and she took out her spite on my poor Ermich.
Poor Ermage.
And on Finton, the poor man's half blackbird.
Is that right? Good enough for him.
Not exactly good.
How can I get the glass tower? Can you help me?
No, I can't. I know only that Nuada's hand's inside it.
Okay, well, let's talk about Ermage
Where
again.
is your daughter?
Ermage. She's there, lad. That statue is her.
Ooh,
I don't mean the statue, I mean your real daughter.
no, Dian
My
means the
daughter
statue.
is
Yeah.
the statue. It was Anya made her that way, out of spite.
Anya? Who's that?
An old goddess.
Do you not know who the goddess Anya is? You're joking me.
Nope.
But what did Ermich do to upset her?
Nothing at all. Anya was angry for some reason, and my girl paid for it. If she weren't a statue, she might be able to help you.
But she's a statue.
How? What could she do?
Well, there's no point in talking about it. Unless, of course, you could persuade Anya to change her mind.
I don't know, maybe.
And I don't see how you'll do that.
Now where do I get that specific line of dialogue that I need? You get it from Ahio? I don't remember. Yeah,
What
talk
do
to
you
him
know of a
about
healer's
Ermage.
daughter called Ermich?
Ermage of the Tuaha?
Yes, that one.
Do you know what happened to her?
She had the misfortune to be the unknowing muse of a foolish poet, and was the object of the goddess Onya's anger.
Mm-hmm.
What can be done for her, Ahil?
Only Onya can undo what has been done, boy. And there's no Onya now, not since the ancient sun stopped spinning across the sky. You'll not be speaking to her.
I'm talking to you, am I not? And you are dead 1,000 years. Why wouldn't I speak with Onya?
True enough.
Well said. She'd thank you for it, so she would. The old sun crossing the sky again. What a sight that would be.
Okay, so now we have to go talk to the brother whose name I don't know. He's going to give us an item we need. Talk to him
Brother
about
Liam?
the sun.
What is
Ah,
it,
Liam is his
The
name.
ancient sun or the old sun?
That's an Irish
Do they
name,
mean
isn't it?
anything to you?
Is there any reason why they should?
The ancient sun spinning across the sky?
Now that's a strange thing. It puts me in mind of Bridget's cross, so it does. Here.
Bridges Cross reminds me of a fireman's knot. Anyways, now we have to go back into the church. And you may have seen this earlier when my cursor passed over it, but you can sort of interact here, but you're missing something. This is what you need. And all these people are pointing to where you should put the cross. To get the old sun spinning across the sky again. There we go. They're happy. They're praying.
I have come.
And there's Anya.
You are Onya?
Yes, she is.
I am. I am here.
Nuada, who was once king of the Tuaha, needs help.
That man will always need help. I have no help for him.
Aw, why not? What about Ahil?
Ahil spoke to me of you.
You speak not only to goddesses, but to the dead.
Yes.
Yes, Ahil has cause
I
to
do.
remember me.
He said he'd done you a great wrong,
He spoke no more than the truth.
but he didn't say what his crime was.
He raped me.
Now here's what I don't get.
Me.
She is a
Anya.
goddess, right? Gods and
He was
goddesses
a
are all
proud,
powerful.
impatient little king.
So how does a
But
god or
he-
goddess get raped by a
So I
human?
speak of him.
By a mortal? I see it happening the other way a lot, especially in Greek mythology. But not the all-powerful god or goddess being the victim.
There's a statue.
What of it?
It was a young woman once.
Yes?
Ermich, daughter of Dian Kecht.
A pretty little statue, isn't she?
You made her a statue, Onya, for no good reason.
I was angry. Isn't that a good reason?
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
believe so. I need her help, and she can't give it to me.
Would you care to be a statue as well, little man?
No?
No, I wouldn't. I ask you to free her, and the poet Fintan.
That is a lot to ask. What have you done for me?
I have set the ancient sun spinning across the sky. How many have done as much, or wanted anything in your gift these 500 years?
That was well
I'm sorry
said.
if some of these cutscenes seem a
It
little
shall
choppy.
be
That's
as
just
you
frame rate
ask.
issues because I have fraps running. Yep, she's gone. Well, let's go see. Oops, gotta pull it back out. Let's go see. Ah, she's no longer a
Stranger.
statue. Yay!
Are Ermich, aren't you?
Yes, she
I
is.
am.
She is also blue
And
skinned.
you?